Right. Welcome to another episode where I talk about in this country, in this country, in this country. So this is what I'm talking about right now. Welcome to my channel, to my podcast, to my page. Fine. You saw the video title. In this country, football or soccer is like a religion. This sport which they call football or soccer, I know you're familiar with this sport. Most Africans, most people around the world, in Asia, Europe, Latin America, South America, Central America, Africa, even the Oceania, any island on this planet Earth, I understand people. They know what is called soccer. They know what is called football. They understand what is called soccer. They understand what is called football. Right. So this sport or this kind of game, which they call soccer by the name football, in this country, Republic of something something, it is seen as a religion or it is taken as a religion. Okay. Now you begin to wonder what is the name of the country. What is the country? Tell us, tell us, tell us. What is the country? Okay. The name of this country is called Brazil, Republic of Brazil, in Latin America or South America. This is where you find Brazil. When you go on the world map, geographic world map, you find Brazil in Latin America, you find Brazil in South America. In that country, Brazil, Republic of Brazil, this sport, soccer or football, is treated like a religion, is regarded like a religion. Is very important to them, to their way of life every day in and day out, every time, every day, every year. These people by the name Brazilians, they see soccer as very important, so much significant, as part of their life. And they cannot live this life without doing soccer or doing football. To the point or to the extent whereby they see this sport, soccer or football, as a religion, as a religion, right from a small age. You talk of 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. The kids, Brazilian children, are already introduced into soccer schools, either playing from the streets or wherever, and they're playing this sport, soccer, football. They see it as a religion. They take it as a religion. They regard it as a religion, or they respect it or honor it like a religion. The same way people do when they are adhering to a certain religion. That's the same thing or same system that these Brazilian people in the Republic of Brazil, in South America, Latin America, this is what they do. This is how they do. This is their practice when it comes to soccer. This sport by the name soccer, this sport by the name football. When I came to know about this some years ago, I was very surprised. I'm like, yo, how can a people see football like a religion or treat football, treat soccer like a religion? I was very surprised. I was very shocked down to the core. I was so flabbergasted down to the core. I'm like, yo, which means they love this sport very much, which means to say they adore, they love this sport or this game, football, soccer, very much. To see a people, the whole country, almost everybody, everyone in that country, uh, almost like worshiping this sport like a god, like a small god. I'm like, yo, they love this sport very much. So I know right now, listening to me, you're also surprised. You're also shocked, like, football, soccer, this, because to most Africans, any common African, ordinary African, they see this sport as just ordinary, just common, just like maybe just average sport, maybe just nothing, nothing. To most Africans, I know they have this mindset or this mentality, but not when it comes to Brazilians. Not when you talk about Brazilians. Not when you put Brazilians in that equation. No, they don't see it as ordinary. They don't see it as common. They don't take it that way. They don't regard it that way. You understand? That their mindset when it comes to soccer, football, is not wired in that way. No, they worship it. They see it like a religion, a football religion. Like I said, remember, right from a small age, a young age, a tender age, 4 years, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, 9, 10, they're already taken to soccer schools, football schools, in their cities in Brazil, in their towns in Brazil, even in their rural areas, wherever they stay in Brazil, all over the whole country. That is the culture, football system, that is the football life. Right from a tender young age, they're introduced to soccer schools, football schools. And the whole country is crazy because of football. The whole country goes mad, goes crazy because of football. Like a religion, football culture is too much in Brazil. No wonder when it comes to the global stage, global level, international level, they're always performing very good. Most of the time, when you see Brazil at World Cup or maybe FIFA Confederations Cup, any tournament, when it comes to soccer by FIFA body, FIFA organization, Brazil as a country, as a nation, they're always performing very good to the best level, to the highest level, to the greatest level, except maybe here and there when the team will be performing in a poor way based on maybe some different factors. But mostly, basically speaking, Brazil is always good at football. So best at football on the global level, global stage, when it comes to FIFA international tournaments, FIFA global tournaments. This is because of their culture. This is because of their system in their country, where they regard or treat or see football, soccer as a religion. Right from a small age, they train their kids, they develop their kids to be good footballers, good players at any level, right from the junior level or grassroots level to the top level, grassroots or junior level to the top level. Their kids, Brazilian children, they are trained to be good footballers, to be good players at any level. No wonder again, maybe point number 2 or point number 3. No wonder again, you see Brazil as a country exporting a lot of players to Europe and other countries. Even here in South Africa, there are players from Brazil. In this country, South Africa, there are players from Brazil. So Brazil is a big exporter, exporting a lot of talent, football talent, soccer talent to other countries in Europe, mostly in Europe, even in America, United States of America. They export a lot of talent because they are good players, they are good footballers, and they make a lot of money, big money, huge money, massive money from selling players, exporting soccer talent, football talent to other countries in Europe, in America. This is what they do. And they make too much money out of this soccer thing or this football thing. Something which maybe some Africans in Africa or maybe Asians or maybe other people will see as ordinary, will see as just common and nothing. But this is not the way it is seen in Brazil. This is not the way it is taken in Brazil. This is not the way it is regarded in Brazil. They see it in a different way, like what I've explained, like the way I've just described. And they make money, like I said again, from selling players, exporting talent, soccer talent, football talent to other countries. Millions of dollars, millions of dollars. If you go to Europe right now, almost every country has got Brazilian players in their leagues, either the top league or the junior leagues. There are a lot of Brazilian players, Brazilian footballers in every country in Europe. This is what they do. This is what they do. So it's high time in Africa. We have to change our minds, change our mindset, change our mentality when it comes to soccer, when it comes to football. Of course, I'm not saying we have to copy Brazil. No, I'm not saying we have to copy and paste what Brazil is doing. No, but at least we have to shift or change our mindset, change our brains, upgrade our minds to love soccer more. You understand? Even when it comes to developing our players, training, developing our players, we have to do more in that regard. A lot of training, a lot of development to our players for them to be more quality footballers, more quality players, so that we can have better leagues in our own Africa, any African country, any African nation. We can have a better leagues, better competitiveness when it comes to football, when it comes to soccer. So I think we can learn 1 or 2 or 3 things from Brazil, Republic of Brazil, to develop our players, train our players, even our coaches, football coaches, soccer coaches, train them, develop them to become best coaches who can even compete with others on a global arena, international arena. You understand? So it's high time Africans in any country, nation, as long domiciled in Africa, to train our coaches, develop our coaches, even our players. Anybody who is involved in soccer, the goalkeeping coaches, physiotherapists, medical doctors, anybody involved in soccer, in whatever capacity, in whatever role, in whatever functionality, in whatever specialized role, we have to train them, develop them, you understand, to match even the standards set by Brazil, to match even the levels established by Brazil. You understand? I think African countries, African nations can learn one or two things from Brazil when it comes to soccer or football, especially in terms of development, in terms of being serious with football, seriousness, total commitment, total dedication when it comes to soccer, when it comes to football. Right. I think on this one I'm done talking. Any comments? Drop, write, type in the comments box. Otherwise, I'm done talking on this one about football, soccer in Brazil. See you in the next episode. Peace out. Sharp.